Hi guys, I recently noticed that my Amiga was playing up, and certain games when I played them it wasn't loading them properly, or I was getting guru meditation errors. So I decided to test the RAM on my Amiga, and I found that it was actually only working with half a meg. So that told me that it's most likely that the RAM extension had failed for some reason. So I've put this video together just showing the steps that I went through to kind of troubleshoot it and fix it. Also, one of my subscribers, a chap who's also a friend of mine, had said that he'd quite like to see some videos where I do some actual fixing of electronics, you know, soldering, fixing components, that kind of thing. So that's the other reason why I thought it'd be quite a nice idea to do this, just to give him a bit of guidance, because I know he's interested in doing some of this stuff himself. So I've got the RAM extension here, which I've taken out of the Amiga, and as you can see there's been quite a bit of alkaline leakage from this battery over the years, which is quite typical with these devices. To be honest, I wish I'd caught this earlier. I would have had more chance of preventing any damage, but looking at it, it doesn't look too bad. I'm just hoping none of the traces have been damaged. So obviously the first thing I'm going to need to do is to remove this damaged battery. I'm not actually going to worry about replacing this battery, because the only thing that this battery does is to keep the date and time on the Amiga, which I'm not bothered about. So I'm going to snip these posts because you know, desoldering a battery, you know, it's effectively a big heat sink, and also I don't want to dislodge any more of that alkaline and make things any worse. So rather than trying to get the soldering iron onto it at the moment, I'm happier just to snip these posts and just get rid of the battery in the safest way possible. There, got it. Look what a mess it's left. Anyone need a spare battery? Right, so it's time to clean all this mess up. So this alkaline leak needs to be fully removed, because if we leave any trace of this, it could continue to damage the circuit board. Also, it can seep into the circuit board and sort of penetrate the layers, so it's important that we use a chemical process to get rid of it. So as much fun as it would be to go straight into the chemical process, I'm just going to wash off this excess alkaline with some isopropyl alcohol, and then just give it a little clean with a cotton bud. Now we can actually get quite a nice view of the traces here, and as you can see, unfortunately it does look like these traces have been damaged quite a bit by that alkaline leak. So that's possibly something that we're going to have to fix a bit further down the line. So because we're trying to get rid of this alkaline, obviously we need some kind of acid to neutralize it, and we're going to need a weak acid for that job. So we just need to choose the right substance. Let's see. Yeah, this will do. Whoa, look at that sizzle. Smells like fish and chips. So the idea of using this vinegar is that it should, in theory, kind of penetrate into the layers of the circuit board where the alkaline might have penetrated previously. So hopefully it'll get in there and neutralise all that alkaline. And we just need to give it a little bit of time to work. Now I know that you were probably thinking the same. It'd be quite fun to do this, wouldn't it? Yeah, I expected a bit more. Oh well, we'll go tip this back in the vinegar bottle downstairs. So everything gets a good clean now with some more isopropyl alcohol. Delicately does it. So I can quite clearly see where the damage is now on these traces. And I'm going to need to test those with the multimeter. So first I'm going to take out these memory chips, and I've got at least 2 IC removal tools and I couldn't find either of them, so unfortunately you're going to have to watch me butcher these poor little memory chips. I'm not coming out. I'm not coming out. Oh, look at the state of my bloody legs now. Medic! Just give these sockets a good clean. This time I'm using some contact cleaner. So I just want to get the remaining legs from these batteries out of the board. Also, I thought it'd be nice just to leave the wires tinned whilst they're not in use, and also it's a good test just to see if the traces or the pads are damaged at all by that alkaline. And as you can see, this one is pretty badly damaged. It won't really take any solder at all, so I imagine the trace is completely gone in that area, which is not surprising because that's where the bulk of the alkaline damage was. So I do just want to state for the record that I am a completely novice solderer, as though that wasn't already obvious, and you know, I just thought though I'll show what I'm doing here, warts and all, and those people with more experience will be able to see where I'm going wrong, and obviously we'll point that out. But you know, I think it's a good thing to kind of show what you can't do particularly well as just showcasing the things that you feel you're really good at. So sorry about the poor job. Proving difficult to get this final leg out where the pad is damaged, because obviously I'm struggling to transfer the heat through what is effectively a missing piece of copper. So what I've done is I've just attached some kind of hemostats to the back of the pin, just to add a little bit of weight, just so that gravity helps me out. So as you can see, there's quite a bit of flux on there. I do like to be quite generous with it, especially when it's difficult to get the solder to flow. But that's nothing that I can't sort out with a bit of iso alcohol and my wife's toothbrush. So just testing the various traces, it's clear that there's been quite a problem caused by that alkaline leak. So just having a look round to see which traces are damaged and potentially need repair. So having identified the damage traces now, it's necessary in a couple of places just to add a bit of wire just to join back together those parts of the circuit that have been damaged. Unfortunately, this is kind of the lightest gauge wire that I've got, so it's a bit bulkier than I would have liked, but it'll do the job. Unfortunately, this trace was damaged a little bit worse than I thought, so I'm just having to relocate this wire now to drop it into a different via. So in order to get around this particularly damaged trace, what I'm just going to have to do is scratch away a little bit of the coating on top of this trace to reveal some of the copper underneath, so that I've got something to solder another wire to, and then I can effectively go from the same via that I've already connected to this part of the trace, and that will then just restore the missing part of the circuit. Everything looks great, so it's time for a clean up. Now we'll get the memory chips back in, and then we're almost ready to go. Let's get this bad boy back in the Amiga. Yay, a whole meg! Well, I hope you've enjoyed this video, guys. I know it's been quite a long one, but I just thought I'd try something a little bit different. Let me know what you think in the comments. Let me know if this kind of thing's interesting to you, or do you just prefer the Let's Play type videos. Please also remember to like the video and subscribe if you haven't already. Like I've said before, I'm a really small channel, so it'll help me to grow if you just click that like button, and if you could share it with somebody you think might be interested, that'd be even better. But thank you for watching if you got this far, and I will see you in the next one.